Okay, here we go. I'm just going to show you guys a bit how me and my wife made our first, or are going to make our first Warhammer gaming board. It's going to be for fantasy scenarios, and as you can see, we live in an apartment. I'm standing in my daughter's room, and we don't really have access to a garage or something like that, so it's really hard to work with heavy dust and gravel and stuff like that. So basically I thought of an alternative. This is our first time and we're beginners at this, so it might go to hell. No, first we painted our plywood boards. Really, it's not plywood, it's some kind of material called MDF or something like that. I'm going to show you now. And like you can see, I just took like a white paint and mixed some really light brown into it, and it turned almost gray. And this is just a foundation. This is not what it's going to look like in the end. So as you can see, we have a total of 4 different boards, and we're going to combine them pretty much like they're standing here into one big gaming board, and we're going to paint each of these boards into 2 different scenario colors. So basically this side you can see right now is going to be European forest, like green, and the other side is going to be desert landscape with yellowish colors. And these 2 boards will be painted later on. We haven't really decided. We're going for perhaps a swamp, winter landscape, perhaps a fiery hell or something like that. So we did this foundation painting yesterday. Today we are going to paint them with the real colors, green and some kind of yellowish for the desert. And instead of using the traditional materials that more experienced creators of Warhammer boards have used, we are going to use this. Now, it's in Swedish, but it basically says structure material, and it's like really fine. It looks like white sand, basically. It was really cheap. So I'm going to mix this with the paint, and I'm going to paint it to add structure to the boards. So basically it's going to be like a green structure-like surface, and also a yellow one, and that's going to add texture and make it more dynamic. And later on we will add some grass and flock, I think it's called, that's the English word for it, different kinds of flock to make it more alive. Now, we are going to store these boards under my bed, because, like I told you, we live in an apartment and we don't really have access to lots of space. So we're going to store them under my bed. So I had to make, boards that could be stored easily on top of each other without, losing too much of the surface. So they have to be pretty well made, I guess. And I guess this is the first report, day after the first foundation painting. We're going to paint it 2 more times. One time with the structure sand, and then one time with pure paint, just to make sure that it sticks and it gets a good foundation. And then I'm going to paint the edges black, just to make it a bit more appealing to look at. And we're going to save 2 of the boards, so we're basically just going to work with these 2 here, and these 2 we are going to save for later use. Yeah, okay, that's about it. Sorry about the not very good English. I'm from Sweden, so it's not my mother tongue, but thank you for watching, and feel free to comment. Thank you.